Guys, we'll get started here in about 2 or 3 minutes. I think the encounter starts at 10 a.m., and that's usually when we get moving. Good morning, everybody. We're getting ready to get started. Looks like John might be bringing people in here in just a second.
People are here, yeah. Alright, I was just making sure if he was down and if we had breakfast for him.
So guys, people are going to come in and they're going to see Flash for the first time. So sometimes that's really emotional and we try to capture that. So we're going to get started. Again, we're live here at Coe Riverside Farm. We're located halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. We have over 125 animals and it's awesome. It's such a cool place to come. And we have lodging too. We have sloths, zebras, kangaroos, right on the banks of the Coe River. It's just a lot to do, guys. So we're getting ready to get started. We're gonna end up feeding Flash some breakfast this morning. Sloths have horrible eyesight when they look. It's like this. So they rely on their sense of smell and their sense of hearing. And so he's gonna be a hungry boy this morning. And we just painted the mural. It got done by T Barista. She's really cool. She's out of North Georgia. She painted all this amazing mural for us. So we're still looking on something to put up over the light. So if anybody has any good ideas, definitely send us a message. Thanks for watching. Guys, if you have any questions during some of the encounters and we can't get to answering them, just feel free to shoot us a message and we'll do our best to answer all the questions. Just sometimes when we're doing encounters, we focus on the guests that are here, so we can't really always answer all the questions online. Okay, Huggy, that's awesome. I'm glad you guys have a good time.
Well, I got culture shock 2 years in a row, so I was raised in the Midwest, and then went to Alabama, and we moved to Mountain Grove, and they were extremely poor, and we moved, in Mountain Grove, we were extremely poor. It was like 5th fastest per capita before we moved in, and 6th after. So, and the reason that we ended up in Mountain Grove is my parents were looking for a place to rent. The guy didn't want his next to get half.
Thank you, Lolo. We think Flash is cute too. And it sounds like everybody's right outside, so we'll be getting started here in just a minute.
Oh, I did. The rest of my family did not. I was in the 9th
His name is Flash. Hey guys, I see a bunch of people watching over here on TikTok, and we're getting ready to get started here. Thank you to all our moderators that help out. Thank you, Kimmers. So we'll be getting started here in just a minute.
Go get some water out of the tap room.
You're supposed to say ma'am. Who knew? So, yeah, first day of school in Alabama. Yeah, that was not cool. And, so then my senior year of high school, we leave USA. And, so that was a culture shock. You know, I didn't know what kids were. And, sweet tea's already on the table when you sit down. Just gave them my sweet tea, just all But I have a brother who lives on Inverness Parkway, and he is the sister versus the airport bar. Brother in Huntsville. Yeah, they've been there forever. Oh, great. Yeah. I love the Galleria tour. Come on in, y'all.
I've seen you on Instagram.
Oh, good,
Yeah,
yeah.
for 5 years.
How are you?
Been doing this for
Good, how are
3,
you?
and we just opened to the non-lodging guests in 24. So the number of people is a new thing.
He's so
You might want to hang your
cute.
coats right here. It is 80 degrees in here all of the time. And if you've been seeing us on Instagram, this is the room we're usually in. We just had a mural painted recently.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh,
This
he's
is
so
Flash.
cute.
Yeah. Come on in. You guys are going to feed Flash his breakfast while I teach you some things about sloths that you likely don't know. And
Oh yeah, you can
I
take all the
forgot
pictures you
to
want.
I forgot to ask you before we walked in. I started to, and then you said Birmingham, and I got sidetracked. I always ask first, we're always live on everything we do, but making sure you're not here with your wife instead of your girlfriend or the other way around, or on witness protection or anything crazy like
Third
that.
anniversary this weekend.
Aw.
So
What
we could have
anniversary?
met sloths for our 3rd anniversary.
Yeah. Last
Nice.
year we played penguins
Excellent.
for our second anniversary.
Ooh, I did that. I couldn't believe it. They feel like snakes.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're very
that was
slick.
it was
Yeah.
interesting.
Well,
Hi, buddy.
Hi there.
Those feathers are just crazy dense.
Are you hungry?
Where'd you pet a penguin?
Georgia Aquarium.
I did it at SeaWorld, and that was part of why a couple of our experiences are what they are. Is we did the behind the scenes thing at SeaWorld. Crazy expensive, but my kid loved it. So I'm going to show you a couple things before you're going to start doing the breakfast. First thing, his vision is horrible. He cannot see the difference between this and this. So this is food, and you put it in his mouth. And this is not food, and you don't put it in his mouth, don't put it in my mouth. Either one of us may bite you if you stick your finger inside of our mouth. Hey, I'm not teasing you, buddy. We're ready. Come here, Bob. And I'm going to show you one other thing, and that is how flexible a two-toed sloth is. Hey, come here. So he can rotate around until his hips are basically 180 out from his shoulders, and we're going to talk about that in just a second here. See how much he can turn there?
Wow.
Pretty much 180 out. All right, so this is his breakfast, and you guys are going to feed him all of this during this encounter. If you shovel it all into him in the first 2 minutes before the next encounter, he'll think that he is done with his breakfast and he'll go to sleep. So he only does 2 encounters a day, 1 at 10, 1 at 10:30. That is all the encounters our animals, well, our sloths do is 2 encounters a day.
That's a lot of excitement.
So, yeah, and so it is the high point of their day. They enjoy what they do instead of being forced to perform. So go ahead and start feeding him his breakfast. And so Flash is, and while you are doing his breakfast, you can take all the pictures and all the videos you want. You can stand approximately this close to the sloth to take your picture with him. He doesn't mind. And
You're
you
good.
can
Get
stand
all
on
the
it.
way in there.
block
Yeah,
you.
no, you're
You
good.
can stand on both sides of them at the same time, and Kevin will be happy to take your picture for you if you're doing that. And I'm just gonna talk. So he's a kitty, isn't he?
He's so cute.
He likes to be petted very specifically. He likes to be petted along his back, and when you get to Zoe, she's going to be the same way. They're sensitive about their bellies and their feet. They don't like to be scratched, and they don't like that, and they don't like you to pet their fur the wrong way. Just slow like a sloth, and just pet them. So Flash is obviously a sloth. Flash is a two-fingered sloth. Traditionally, they're called two-toed, three-toed. They're starting to call them two-fingered, three-fingered, because they all have three on the back feet, like the toes, and two-fingered have two on the front, three-fingered have three on the front. So the other differences between two-fingered and three-fingered sloths is the way their spine is set up. So a two-fingered sloth has 5 vertebrae in their cervical spine. Three-fingered has 9 in their cervical spine. So a three-fingered will turn its head around 270 like an owl does. The three-fingered has 3 vertebrae of a tail. Two-fingered has no tail. So the 3 vertebrae missing, or the 4 missing from here and the 3 missing from there, are all between the hips and the shoulders of the two-fingered sloth. So that's why the two-fingered turns his body like a slinky, so he can get his hips and shoulders till they're 180 out from each other. The three-fingered, it's mainly turned from its head. The two-fingered is somewhat bigger and marginally faster than a three-toed sloth. But to describe a two-fingered sloth as faster than any other mammal, you could only be talking about a three-fingered sloth. Collectively, they are the slowest mammals in the world. The sloths are obviously slow, but sloths are slow in obvious ways. So a sloth is slow not only in their movement, they're slow in their digestion, their metabolism, their metabolic processes. They're slow in every single way that a sloth can be slow. So slow in their digestion. The first studies on how slowly a sloth digests its food, they put some 3-millimeter glass beads into some sloth's food and waited to see how long it took them to come out the other end. And that was between 61 and 64 days.
Wow.
So that was the beginning theory on how slowly a sloth digests.
Some more, please.
Yeah, and no one seriously believes that anymore. It just seems that glass beads don't move the way that food does. So these days, people would, the second study that they did, they put some durable dyes onto some various types of food and waited to see how long it took the colors to come through. And that was in the 18 to 30 day range. And so most people would tell you now that that is the time it takes the sloth to digest. So even though they digest their food very slowly, they eat tremendously much of it. So a sloth is eating 10% of its body weight every single day. So I weigh 180. If I was eating 10% of my body weight every day, that would be 18 pounds of food. So we're talking about 30 hamburgers.
What?
And obviously I couldn't eat 30 hamburgers, but the sloth does. So
Where do the calories go?
Where did they
so
go?
he's eating very little in the fruit and veggies. Most of it is all leaves. Leaves are a very low nutritional value, and they are super hard to digest because they're all cellulose.
Get a picture
So
of
a
you
lot of ruminants that are eating all grass, you know, cows and stuff like that, will have four stomachs, and a ruminant throws its food back up and chews it again and sends it down again. The sloth is not physically capable of throwing up or backing his food back up into his mouth. He just has a multi-chambered stomach that does a whole lot of work. If you see this guy, you see what giant chompers he's got, right?
Yeah, I got some tubes.
Yeah, so obviously he has plenty of teeth to do a good head start on the food, then his stomachs do a whole lot of work on the food, but primarily it's bacteria that are doing the work of digesting for him. The sloth has,
Said pet him back here.
yep, exactly.
If that's
The sloth, when he is in the tops of the trees, he is entirely safe from predators with the exception of eagles. So when he is in the trees, it hangs out at the ends of the branches. So if a large predator wanted to get to him, they would have to walk all the way out to the end of the branches. And the sloth only weighs 15 pounds, so he can go much further than say an 80-pound jaguar could go. But if the cat pressed the issue to the point that the branch broke and they both fell all the way to the rainforest floor, the slinky-like sloth is likely to survive the fall, and the cat almost certainly will not. So the sloth will look over the dead cat and say, ah,
I won.
ah,
You
and
lost.
back up the tree he will go. So even though the sloth is entirely safe with the exception of eagles in the tops of the trees, yet he comes down the same tree, same side of the tree every single time to go to the bathroom. Makes no sense, right? So the first theory on why he did that is he's just a neat animal. Obviously that's a dumb idea. Why would he risk his life because he's just a neat animal? It's not like he's Adrian Monk. And so then the next theory was that he's fertilizing his own tree. Again, dumb idea. If he poops from anywhere in the tree, it's going to land above the tree's root system, so it's going to be the same thing. So the actual reason that the sloth comes all the way down the tree and goes to the bathroom on the same pile that he always goes on is because of the sloth-moth symbiotic relationship. So in the wild, not here, praise God, sloths need moths and moths need sloths. There is a type of moth in the world called a sloth moth that lives nowhere on earth except in the fur and in the waste pile of a sloth.
Got moths in your furs?
He does not.
You don't.
Thankfully, we don't need them.
Your global friends do.
You guys want to get on
Thankfully,
either
we
side
don't
of
need them
the,
in the wild,
the
in captivity.
sloth, and we'll go and get the picture before he finishes eating? Because if not, he will he'll be done.
Well, we don't want them to go to sleep before the,
That and that parrot is perfectly above her head where he was positioned, so I was like, we have got to get that. That's
You have to
awesome.
step like 1 inch back because there's a shadow over your whole face, like this way.
Yeah.
So the light will
There
hit
you
your
go. Yeah,
face.
just a little bit more.
One more step. Yeah, there you
A little bit more forward.
go.
Okay.
There
Oh,
it is.
perfect.
Yeah,
There we go. I think you like it.
You're sniffing me?
Yeah.
How well can they see?
terrible. You can't see
Terrible.
hardly at all. In this level of light, he's seeing shapes and shadows. In bright daylight, he would be completely blind.
Oh, wow.
Didn't mean to interrupt you, John. Sorry.
No, not at all. Eventually, I'll remember what I was saying. You know,
Sloth
when I am-
moth.
Yeah.
Sloth moth.
There it is. So it's a symbiotic relationship, meaning beneficial to both sides, where parasitic would mean beneficial to one side, neutral or harmful to the other side. So the nature of that symbiosis is that the benefit to the moth is that the sloth is the food source and the living environment of the moths. So the sloth is eating the moss and algae that grow in the sloth's fur. That's its food source. When the only two reasons the moth will ever leave the sloth is to drink water that pools up in the leaves up of the canopy and to jump into the sloth's waste pile to lay their eggs. And then, so when he comes down the tree, the sloths jump off of, sloth.
That's a lot.
So the moths jump off of the sloth down into the waste pile and lay their eggs. And then from there it's row your boat because he comes down once in a week or 10 days. So this trip's eggs are next trip's larvae and the second trip's moths. So every time that he comes down the tree, there's new moths to come up onto the sloth and live all their life on the sloth. The benefit to the sloth is that the sloth digests his food by a bacterial process. Now we also have helpful gut bacteria, but our bacteria will last throughout our lives unless we take a long course of antibiotics. So probably if your doctor prescribes you antibiotics for 14 days or more, they're going to tell you probiotics or Greek yogurt, one way or the other, to fix your gut health back up. The sloth can also lose his gut bacteria, but if the sloth loses his gut bacteria, he can't run down to GNC or Publix, so he needs a different source for get out of your picture.
fine.
He needs a different source for the replacement bacteria. So the source for him to replace his bacteria, step right in there to him, it's fine.
You go back.
Is he okay?
Last one.
Yeah, he likes to rake his hands all through my hair and he'll get right up to you. It's just don't stick your fingers inside of his mouth, that's the whole caution. And you'd be surprised how many people you will see try to shove the food down his throat, and I'm like, what are you doing?
It's not very good at taking my own food here.
Yeah. So, the benefit to the sloth is that as he grooms himself, he licks up a certain amount of the moths themselves, that's a small amount of protein for him, and he licks up a certain amount of the waste of the moths, and that is how he replenishes his gut bacteria. So, it is a proven fact that if a sloth's moth colony dies out, the sloth will die 30 days later of starvation
Oh,
because it cannot replace its gut bacteria without the moths. Now, what kills his bacteria colony is cold temperature, and the sloth's energy budget is so low that it cannot maintain its body temperature. It is a warm-blooded animal, but its core body temperature will track the outside air temperature in the rainforest. So his nighttime core body temperature can be 19 degrees Fahrenheit lower than his daytime core body temperature. Cold weather is what kills his bacteria, and why he doesn't need moths here is he gets his initial bacteria colony from his mother, and his bacteria colony will last throughout his life unless he gets cold. We don't ever let the sloth get cold. That's why it's so doggone hot in here. This whole area of the barn is always 80 degrees temperature and 50% relative humidity. So he never gets cold, he never gets dried out. So he doesn't need the gut bacteria the way that a wild sloth does. The sloth also, some other things about a sloth. Part of what helps him survive when he falls great distances are the way that he is put together. So he has 46 ribs, 23 sets of ribs, so that's more than any other mammal because he's long and like a slinky. And then beyond that, he has connective tissue that go all back and forth in between his organs and his ribs. So for us as humans, our guts are just sitting in our pelvis, upper bounded by our diaphragm, and they're just loose in there. So if we stand on our head for a long time or hanging those upside down boots for a really long time, eventually we'll get short of breath because it'll be putting pressure on our diaphragm. He can be, horizontally upside down like this, vertically upside down like that. He could be right side up. He could be laying in any position. So he has to have his guts held in place so that they don't just slosh around in there when he moves every which way. So I personally think that probably that gives him a lot of shock absorption when he falls and wham on the floor. His stuff doesn't just all slam together, I guess. But they commonly fall 100 feet without being injured. We mentioned earlier that the sloth has horrible vision. The sloth in this level of light is seeing only shapes and shadows. In daylight, and that's why the lights are dim in here. In daylight, he's completely blind. At nighttime, his vision is but it's never good. His sense of smell is wonderful. His sense of hearing is fantastic. So he's experiencing his world primarily by smell, hearing, and touch. But then he also has an excellent sense of spatial awareness. So in his home range of trees, he can cruise around top speed completely blind because he just knows where everything is. And top speed, of course, for a sloth is not fast. So it's not like he's an F1 driver needing the super hyper reflexes. He just has to know where everything is. His teeth, we mentioned that he has huge sharp teeth. If you're a believer in the evolution system of things and you found a skeleton of an extinct sloth, you would surely come up with a drawing of some sort of an apex predator with the massive claws and the huge sharp teeth and the arms longer than his body and the legs longer than the arms. And you would think he was screaming around the trees like a howler monkey and killing everything in sight. You would be extremely unlikely to draw up a slow, peaceful animal who's going to spend his entire life hiding from predators until eventually one gets him. And that's probably not the drawing you would come up with based on his skeletal remains.
How long do they live? Like,
In captivity, the theory is that, in the wild, the theory is that they live on average about 20 years, but they don't ever die of old age. They die being caught by a predator.
wow.
So, and that's primarily in the tops of the trees. You can get caught by owls, and that's another benefit for the moths is that the moths fertilize the moss and algae in the sloth's fur by their waist, and that means more moss, more algae, more disguise from predators in the tops of the trees. So what will generally kill him is coming down the tree to go to the bathroom and getting caught by a predator. And so in the wild, about 20 years is the thought. If you kidnap a sloth out of the wild, average lifespan is about 2 or 3 months because it stresses them to death. Like any other animal that you stole out of the forest and try to keep it captive, it's not going to go well for the animal. It's not going to go well for the handler. So I always give that caution when we're on lives. I say, if you see what we're doing here with sloths, particularly the sloths that we hold, and you get the idea it might be a good idea to buy yourself a sloth, please don't. It will not go well. If you find a sloth that is advertised for sale on the internet, you are buying a sloth that was kidnapped out of the rainforest. Probably $8,000 or $10,000 range. That is an animal that was stolen from the rainforest. It is a wild animal. Please don't try to keep a wild animal in your house. It's not going to go well for you. It won't go well for the animal. And beyond that, there is a whole lot that goes into keeping sloths. If you haven't done a couple of researches into it, you have no business looking for a sloth. Please don't do that. And if you are going to a sloth encounter, please look and see if it is an ethical business. You will see that we book our sloths 2 times per day, each sloth. That is all the encounters they do. It is the high point of their day. They look forward to it. If you book a sloth every 15 minutes from morning to night, that is not the best practice. Please don't do that. And if you go to a place and they pulled the sloth's teeth, I would encourage you to just turn around and leave. That is a horrible thing to do. Yeah, but then the sloth can't bite you and you can't get sued. That's why people will do that. So our sloths here
I'm not tall enough to reach him.
Our sloths here are multiple generations captive bred, and they like what they do. But this would not be your experience if you bought a sloth off the internet. So again about the teeth, he has no enamel on his teeth. His teeth grow throughout his life, and they, in the rainforest, if he's going to live 20 years and he has no toothbrush, his teeth would rot before the 20 years are out. So he has no enamel on his teeth, and his teeth will grind together like this and sharpen one against the other. So he always has big, strong, sharp teeth that last forever as long as you don't pull them. But he does not get replacement teeth. The one set of teeth is all he's got. About the vision, the reason that his vision is so horrific is he has a structure to his eyes called rod monochromacy. He sees only grayscale. He never sees in color. Rod monochromacy means all rod cells, no cone cells. He does not see in color, and in bright daylight he's completely blind. Levels of light like this, he's seeing shapes and shadows. At night his vision is better, but it's never good. Do you guys have any questions about this sloth before we go to the next?
He's so cute.
He is.
Do you think that he gets to know you by your smell or anything?
Yes, he absolutely knows what I sound like, and he absolutely knows what I smell like. I never use any cologne except the same cologne that I always use. And if you want to smell like me, go wear your car. But I never use any other cologne than what I always use. And my monotone voice may not be great for the camera, but the sloths love it. So when I open the door and I say, "Hey, Flash," he just comes scurrying right down. And if I'm late down here one morning, and this is not where the sloth lives, he lives in there. He just only comes out here for his encounters. But you see that his room in there, it goes up 2 stories. He's got, branches everywhere. He's got a hammock that he likes to lay in. And all these smears on the glass, those are on his side. That if I'm late down here for any particular reason, he's got his nose all on the glass going, let's go, let's go. And he might start to beat the heck out of the door like this.
So he knows his time.
That's sloth beating the heck out of the Yeah, everything's slow.
He knows when it's time to eat and play.
He's been pounding on the door slow. So,
Oh.
anywho. Let me see if Tatum's ready for our next event. She's not in there, so I'm thinking not. Let me go find her.
Do all the sloths have the same, do they live in the same enclosure or?
No, sloths are completely solitary animals, so the baby lives up in the house until he turns a year. And this is Zoe's room in here, and that's Flash's room in there.
I
Is
didn't
the baby
realize
Zoe
they
and
were
Flash's?
solitary.
Is that-
No, Zoe is only 1 year old. Hey, is Tatum around?
I don't see her out here. Is she in there?
Hey Siri, call Tatum.
He's so
Let me see if
cute.
she's down
All
here.
right, buddy.
Hi, Flash.
You're so fast
You were so fast.
for a sloth.
He said, you're kind of tall.
Yeah, you look like a tree.
Hi.
Tree.
Hi, buddy. Hi, Flash. I didn't realize that they were solitary.
So.
Yeah.
I thought they lived in groups.
And I'll do,
He's adorable.
Flash and Zoe in a second.
Oh,
I know, buddy.
take him home with me.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Were you David?
I'm Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Nice to meet you
Me
guys.
too.
He's so
I may have emailed with you, trying to determine pricing.
Yeah, that's usually Donna. She does all the business side. All I do, all the social media and video and all the new merch and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's usually Donna who's just doing the emails.
Okay. How did you guys get into having all the animals?
So John and Donna, they moved here as a retirement, and then I think things changed a little bit, and it started with one animal and renting out the cabin, and then kind of grew from there.
Yeah,
See
that's
that?
what happened. Yeah, I actually moved here to be retired, but the Lord had other plans.
right.
Well, I think you just described her dream.
Yeah.
Retire to land and end up with all the animals.
All the animals.
Right, exactly.
Where do you guys get your sloth? Like, where did he come from?
This one came from a breeder that provides animals to zoos,
Hmm.
but not for holding. And the other two came from a different breeder who doesn't like me to name his name because he doesn't want his phone to ring because he
Sure.
sells to a very, 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 very select group of individuals. And he is Dr. Veterinary Medicine. He's been doing it for about 30 years now. But to get onto his list is takes a couple years, and it's an extreme chore, but worth it at the end.
Hmm.
Because he has sloths that are people oriented from birth, and they just love people.
That's what I wondered too, if they actually like interaction with people.
Yes. So, and they interact differently because this one was raised in a static display, so he's never been held by a person. So I have been one-on-one with this sloth at least an hour a day for about 3.5 years now, and I have never held him.
Wow.
And I stay down here and play with him when there's no people around. And he'll like run his hands all in my hair like this, and he'll put his face against my face, and he'll rub his shoulders against my shoulders. But he has never made any move to move onto my body, so that means it's not his group, so he's never been held. And the other ones come to us actively seeking human attention all of the time.
Interesting.
Because that guy, his mother animals are trained in a particular way, so they don't mind people holding their babies.
Hmm.
So people hold the babies, but they go right back to the mother. So they get all the benefit of being a people-raised animal, but they get all the social, nutritional benefit of being a mother-raised animal. So they stay with their mother until they're weaned, but they also hang out with people every single day. So they come here, and when they first come here, they'd probably hang around our necks for 10 hours a day. And so the downside of being my wife, the downside of being my wife is that
That's
she
my dream.
is the business part of it, so she is always on the phone and always on the computer, but the upside is she always has a sloth hanging around her neck, so take it.
Would love that.
Well, we have a new experience you might not have seen when you signed up for this, that you have to plan it well in advance, and it's kind of pricey because I have to block out everything else all morning. But Sloth Keeper of the Day
Oh, yeah,
is
we looked at that.
hang with me for 3 hours, yeah. But it's pricey because I'm closing out both of his encounters times 2 and both her encounters times 2 and both of the babies' encounters times 2. So it's expensive for me to run it.
Wait,
That's
how
why
many
it
babies
costs
do
a
you
lot.
have right now?
Well, we
have
have
Zoe.
him,
There's
Zoe.
one, but Zoe
I
can't
guess I keep
respire.
calling Zoe a
She's
baby,
baby.
but she's 14 months now, and Dash is up in the house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were gonna book the Snuggles, but
Right.
they didn't have a spot open online, so
Yeah.
he's so cute.
All right. Well, I thought we had a part 2 this morning, but I guess you guys didn't sign up for the part 2, so I'll be. That's all, folks, for today.
Can I peek? Can I see her through the window?
Yeah. She doesn't have an encounter right now, but that's her sitting
That's
right
funny
there.
because we tried to book her. I don't know what happened online.
You couldn't book it?
No,
There was only one
grayed
spot
out.
available.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there's no one else that's booked this right now. Did you want to book this?
She's
Um,
precious.
Part 2 is holding her for the next half hour. If you want to, you can. If you don't, doesn't bother me
How
at
much
all.
is that?
I think it's 109 each to add on to him. It's 139 to book it by itself, 109 to add it to him.
That's okay. I won't
But
make him cry.
yeah.
We'll make him cry about it.
All good.
He's precious.
So guys, if you had a good time today, we would very much appreciate a Google review. You just scan the tag and that'll jump you to the Google stuff. No, because my insurance requirements are that I have to personally escort every person here. With all our animals that see and touch and pet and hold them. And some idiot in,
Hey guys, if you're just joining us, this is Flash. He's a two-fingered sloth. We actually have 3 sloths here at Ecoe Riverside Farm. We just finished up with the sloth counter. That's where you got to see people interact with Flash and feed him his breakfast and learn about a lot of new stuff. Next up, we'll be doing this again, and then we'll also be doing some cuddles with Zoe, which will be just through this door. We're located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville, right on the banks of the Ecoe River, and it's beautiful. We have covered wagons right on the bank so you can see the river, look out the back window and see the zebras, and the camels, and the emus, the llamas, and the alpacas. So Ecoe Riverside Farm is a great place to come and hang out. We are right here in Benton, Tennessee on the banks of the Ecoe, and you can come and create memories forever. It's a really awesome place to come visit. We do horse rides here. We have camels, llamas, alpacas, goats, sheep. We have Scottish Highland cows, and we just had 2 brand new baby Scottish Highland cows born here on the farm. So we have Lily, and I'm not sure of the name of the new one yet, but they're super adorable, and you're gonna be able to come here and bottle feed more of those animals. And we're gonna be doing pictures with all of them too. So if you guys are enjoying all this, you can book anything on our website, EcoeRiversideFarm.com, and we also just have a lot of merch that we just put up too, and that's on our other website, EcoeRiversideFarm.myshopify.com. So hope everybody's having a great day. I know it's kind of chilly out there. Some people might be off of work, but I hope you're staying warm and hope you had a great weekend. We should be getting started with the next encounter here in just a minute, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And right now, if anybody has any questions, I actually can answer. A lot of times we can't, but we can right now. Yeah, if there was flooding somewhere, hope everybody's okay. We were up in Gatlinburg this weekend, and there was definitely some high water. What do sloths normally eat? So sloths normally eat green beans, squash, zucchini. So Flash is getting ready to get fed that again. He's such a good boy. And so this is just where we feed him. His main enclosure is here behind this door, and it's 2 stories, and it goes all the way up. And you can actually have Flash for a roommate if you're staying in the camel condo, which is right upstairs. But we're really liking the new painting a lot better. We might do something different with these windows. I'm not sure. So I know a lot of people see the sloths And sloths are definitely a huge reason to come here. But we also, you can bottle feed baby kangaroos. And the farm tour is really cool because we have sulcata tortoises. And they're huge. The sulcata tortoises are like this big around. And we have 2 of them, Franklin and Fiona. So lots of really awesome stuff, guys. The Ocoee River is where they held the 1996 Olympics. So there's plenty of rafting and kayaking and paddleboarding if that's what you guys like to do. Flash, you wanna come over here, buddy? Hey, Flash. Flash is like, I'm ready for some more breakfast.
Yeah, all of my brother started going to Highlands when there were 38 people in Brook, high school, fine arts center. That was a long time.
I was the same person that were about 6 months.
My brother. All right, you guys ready to see some sloths? Come back again sometime and bring the fan for the farm tour. Oh, so, use a half cup of the powder and, fill the bottle halfway full with 5 grams of water. And then it doesn't feel hot or cold that way. And, but the cool, so. You guys can walk on in there and we're ready to get started.
Hello.
How's it going?
Blessed. How are you?
Good. You obviously see the sloth there above your head, right?
Whoa.
I just wanted to make sure that you saw before you walked by him.
Hello. Oh boy.
He's wanting some breakfast. He's pretty friendly. So once John comes in, he'll kind of tell you the briefing of what we're going to do. But I'm going to close this door so he doesn't get chilly.
Okay.
1 second. We'll kind of go over some cool rules. So if you guys want, you can just follow me over here and you can stand right here. You can stand right here.
Come here, Eve.
Yep. You guys are good. He's not going to go after you. You're alright. And then so once John comes in, he'll explain to you how we're going to feed him and stuff. Where you guys from?
Fayetteville, Georgia.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah, we're in Fayetteville.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to get started here in just a second. John will be in and we'll start feeding him.
Uh-huh.
Where'd you guys stay? Did you stay here?
Yes,
Oh,
we're
cool.
upstairs.
So you got to see him through the window and
Yeah,
stuff?
he slept the whole time.
Sometimes like in the middle of the night when he kind of does his little partying.
Look at him.
Yeah. But you guys are going to actually feed him green beans, and you're going to feed him squash and zucchini, and that's what he's kind of looking at right now. But
Is that what is he looking at over here?
yeah, but John's going to cut him up some more. We're going to feed him. But so sloths, when they look, they're kind of looking like this.
Oh,
So if you put
like-
your hands up like that, they can't hardly see. See how small his pupils are?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he relies on the sense of his smell and hearing. So that's the reason he's like, who's got that food?
Yeah. Yeah. He's autistic.
That's okay. That's all right.
He said, if I don't quite understand what you're doing, it's quite all right,
Yeah.
right? Yes, we're gonna go tomorrow.
Yeah, he's gonna have some food here in just a minute.
I don't think so.
Here, I'm gonna show you what it looks like.
Hey, fella.
Let me get you a green bean. Here, watch out, Flash.
Flash. Oh, what a perfect name. That's
Yeah.
what's on the window. I said, why would you call you Flash? You
So
know-
you can't tell the difference between your finger or whatever you're feeding him, okay? Because
Right.
he's blind. So when you feed him, you just make sure he gets the green bean. Oh, there you go. That's it. That's how you feed him.
He got some teeth on him.
He does have teeth, but he's just like any normal animal. He doesn't want to eat us. We don't taste good. He wants to eat veggies.
That's a smart move.
So who wants to feed him first?
I.
So wait until he finishes chomping, and then once he finishes chomping, just kind of put it close to his mouth. There you go. They're getting it like, oh, there you go. It's all right.
Okay.
No, you're fine. He just is like, because they're very sensitive to any sudden movements or sounds. So when you're feeding them, sometimes they're like, oh, what's going on? So we just
Right.
went over a little bit of feeding and making sure we don't put our fingers in their mouth. But that's as far as we kind of got.
All right. So you guys are the ones that are gonna feed him his breakfast. So here's the dish.
Oh, E, you wanna hold it? Okay.
And
Come on.
so Flash is a
Wait till he
two-toed
finishes
sloth.
chew. Wait till he finishes eating that, okay?
You having a good time this weekend?
It's wonderful. Did you have a good time, E?
Yes.
Good.
Elijah, right?
Uh-huh.
I keep wanting to say Isaiah.
I know.
Major prophets, right?
No, amen. Amen. Huh? What would you like to do? Let's feed him some more, okay? Wait a minute, put it near on his nose, all right? Up to his mouth. Help him out. There we go.
Good job.
Awesome.
Yeah,
He likes you.
Eli. Yeah, this is wonderful. Hey, animal.
See, Eli, you can pet him just like this.
You want to pet him, maybe? I'll say I'll feed him.
He's like you to pet him slow
All right,
like a sloth.
Slow. Everything's slow with him. He sounds like you when
Do we get a lot of permission on this?
We didn't go over it too much. Do you want to ask again?
Is it okay that we're live on
Yeah.
social media? Okay, making sure.
I have nothing to do but spread the word.
That's it.
Amen.
You'll hear me on live often say the three purposes of this business are to share the love of Jesus Christ with everybody we see,
That's right.
honor Him in everything we do and say, make
Amen.
a quiet place for people to make memories with their own family and friends, and provide exceptional care to the animals we love.
Amen.
That counter will hold you. You're welcome to sit on it.
What do you want to do, Edie? You see the sloth? Oh, you gonna give him a green one?
So sloths are just slow, quiet animals. They like to hide out in the top of the rainforest because cats and snakes and stuff try to catch them. But they can stay safe because they go all the way out to the end of the branches because these guys only weigh like 15 pounds.
Really?
So the big cats that want to eat them can't go all the way out to the ends of the branches. And if the big cat tried hard enough that the branch broke,
Okay, sweetheart.
they would, the sloth would survive the fall and the cat would die from 100 feet.
Uh-huh.
The sloth would look over and say, ah.
That's what you get.
And he would go back up the tree. The cat would be laying there dead. And
Hey.
the only thing that can get to him in the top of the tree is an eagle.
Oh.
The eagles can catch them up there. But they have all the moss and algae that's in their fur helps them to have a disguise from an eagle.
Uh-huh.
So that helps them to stay safe up there.
You wanna feed him again?
Look how big his teeth are, Eli. See those big old teeth?
No, sweetheart, he said teeth.
No, it's okay. He's not gonna bite you, as long as you don't stick your finger in your mouth.
Okay.
I was just gonna tell you about his teeth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when he opens his mouth, you'll see how big his teeth are, and I was just gonna tell you about his teeth, that's all. He's not gonna bite you.
Yeah.
As long as you don't stick your finger in either one of our mouths, neither one of us will bite you. And see how big those teeth are? So his teeth have no enamel on them. So his teeth sharpen against each other like this all of the time.
Uh-huh, like,
And they grow for all of his life, like rodents' teeth do.
uh-huh.
And that's how he always has big, strong, sharp teeth.
It's all right.
Is,
It's all right. He can touch it. He can
Yeah,
touch
it's
it.
okay.
He's, oh my God, man.
yeah, and he'll just reach out with his hand like this and he'll try to pull the food to his mouth.
Oh.
But it's okay, he's not gonna hurt you.
He moves slow because humans are so, we're lost. But we're gonna, God has found us.
He moves slow because he eats really poor quality food, but he eats lots of it. So he's eating almost all leaves when he's in the wild.
Uh-huh.
Leaves have very little nutritional value. So he has so little energy that he cannot even maintain his body temperature.
Oh my
So
God.
even though he is a warm-blooded animal, his core body temperature can go up and down by as much as 19 degrees from day to night.
And he doesn't have the energy to keep himself warm even. And he doesn't have the energy to move fast. He doesn't have the energy to do anything fast. That's why sloths are so doggone slow.
Hey, like humans should slow down too, because all we're doing is rushing to die. I mean, we're in a hurry to go here. A hurry to go. He said, you just bring yourself closer. If you're mine, you're coming to me. But if you're theirs, you just spinning your wheels. Right. Hey, girl.
So if you were a believer in the evolution system of things, and you dug up a skeleton in one of these, you would probably come up with a completely wrong idea. Because he's got huge sharp teeth, he's got great big long claws, and his arms are longer than his body, and his legs are longer than his arms. So you probably would draw up something like a howler monkey, flying all around the woods and killing everything in sight. You would not probably have any way to come up with the idea that this is a slow, peaceful animal who's just gonna hide from predators for all of his life until one event eventually gets him.
Oh.
His eyesight is terrible. Even in this level of light, he's seeing only shapes and shadows. His eyes have a structure called rod monochromacy, so he has all rod cells, no cone cells. So even in this level of light, he's seeing only shapes and shadows. In bright daylight, he would be seeing nothing at all. And at nighttime, his vision is better than it is at daytime, but it's not good at any time of day.
Oh.
So he's working primarily on his sense of smell and his sense of hearing. So for better or
Like a
worse,
bat.
what's that?
Like a bat?
Well, a bat echolocates.
Yes.
You know, they go, and
and
the
it bounces
sound
off.
bounces back to them, and that's how they find their way around. He's not echolocating, sending the sound out and waiting for it to return to sleep out there. He's smelling and hearing. So he knows what I sound like and he knows what I smell like. So when I come down in the mornings, he just is ready to go.
Wait a minute, he's got to finish chewing a little bit.
I'll say, oh, there's my guy.
Do you guys want us to get a picture of you together near the sloth before he's done eating?
Sure.
Yeah, when he hangs down here.
Do you have a camera that you want us to use, ma'am? Or do you have a, you want
I
us to
left
use a
it all
phone?
in the car. Oh,
Do you want us to use your phone? Take a picture?
could he use your phone to take a picture?
It's up to you. Is that okay?
Can he use your phone to take a picture?
I'll be really careful. Can you show me? Okay. So let's
So when he's hanging down here like this, he can stand
Let's see.
right up to him, just like this.
There we
take a
go.
Picture.
So that's why I'm gonna take a
Okay.
picture if you want to
And you
stand right
have
beside
both
him. I'll
sides.
take your picture.
Okay.
Will that be fun? Let's do it. You can stand right there beside him.
Okay.
You're perfect. And then you can just kind of look at me.
Turn
So
around.
if you get in the right spot, just stand right here, and then let's give him a piece of food so that he moves back over here. Hey, Flash, come here, Bob. Come here, Flash. Hey, Bob. You get another green bean. It's his favorite. Oh, there's one right there. Hey, Flash. Hey, Bob. Come here. Oh my goodness.
It's alright. I'm getting some. It's
Let
alright.
me get.
He's gonna get you a banana, guys, and then he'll lean down for us. But you want to see the ones we already got? Look at this.
Oh, yeah,
Look at that.
Look at you, you smile.
There you
Look at
go.
me.
And we're gonna get a banana and we'll get some more for you guys.
That's great.
That's cool. I like your jacket. Is it warm? Okay. Alright.
God is awesome. God is awesome. Everything's going
That's
perfect.
cool. Here, I'm gonna let you have your spot back, man. There you go.
Hang on 1 second. I'll grab.
No, you're
this.
fine. We're just taking a little break.
You want me to take this or not?
Yeah, we can do it. Yep, we're just taking a break. Whenever you're ready.
You're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy.
He's really sweet. He likes, sometimes, you know, he likes the quiet because sometimes it's too much of the loud.
That's
So
him.
sloths, yeah, so sloths are kind of like you. They want to be quiet
They
sometimes.
like quiet.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes it's like too much noise and so he wants to be quiet.
All right, so let's get him walk right over here.
Here, I'm gonna take your picture again when you feed him. Is that okay?
Oh, shoot, I'm in a hurry now.
He only gets 3 servings of fruit a week. This is
Oh.
a special thing for him.
Wow. Boyfriend, move it.
Yeah, all right. You stand right
Can
here
you
with
take that
me.
picture with you?
Eli.
Give him your phone, Evie.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Bob.
All right.
All right, come stand right here with me. There you go. Come right across this side of him. You're good. Come right here. Come right there. There you go.
Oh,
Well, that's gonna be a good picture.
oh yeah. Smile.
Smile, Evie.
Say sloth banana.
Say sloth.
Sloth.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome.
All
Meet you, man.
right.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Some other things about a sloth. A sloth has 46 ribs, 23 sets of ribs, and he has connective tissue that goes all back and forth in between his organs. So for us, our organs just sit in our pelvis and they're upper bonded by our diaphragm. If we stood on our head for a long time, we'll put pressure on our diaphragm and it might eventually get hard to breathe. He's going to be hanging vertically upside down like this and horizontally upside down like that, and he can twist every which way, and so he's going to be in all different positions at different times of the day. So he's got connective tissue to go all in between his body cavity to keep all the stuff exactly where it needs to be all the time, because he's going to be in all
Compact.
different positions. Say what?
He's compact.
Yeah,
Say, neatly packed.
he sure is.
Yeah, awesome.
And another thing about a sloth can hang from this branch for days, right? And the reason for that is for us, our exertion state is this. This is what's exerting energy. And our relaxed state is that.
Uh-huh.
For the sloth, his relaxed state is this, clamped down. His
Oh.
exertion state is to open up his claws like that.
Oh.
That's what's spending energy, is opening.
Oh,
So when he's hanging by the tree, he's not expending any energy at all to hang on.
oh.
So if the sloth died, he would not necessarily fall out of the tree. He's spending no energy. That's his relaxed state. So if he died, he could continue to hang there for days until whenever something knocked him out of the tree or something rotted, either the branch or him. And so they're pretty amazing animals. They are very
They are.
specifically designed for the part of the forest where they live.
I'm trying to think what would be the purpose of it. I'm still trying to figure out what the purpose of a mosquito or a flea is.
Yeah, that's makes you wonder why Noah didn't smack them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess population control at the end of the day.
Yeah, God's, he's their feed, I guess. I don't
These
know.
guys are eating the last of the food that there is in the rainforest, the leaves out on the ends of the branches that nothing else eats.
Mm.
But the energy in them is so low that only the slow animal could really benefit from eating that. But no waste of anything, right? Even the leaves
No.
have a purpose.
Yeah. Oh, God is amazing. Whew. He said, my thoughts are not your thoughts. Mm.
My ways are above your
Your
ways.
Really, we gotta understand that. When we start running scared, it's not gonna be afraid.
The baby
What's
boy.
that? Up in there?
Banana peel.
Oh, say, I smell it. Say, oh, sucky, sucky. See, look at that.
More flies.
No, see, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Say what?
He's getting restless. Okay, you all right, big stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, did you want to hold the baby sloth before we go?
You wanna hold the baby?
All right, let's go hold the baby sloth. First, you can see the way he goes up into his room. So he does not live here. This is just where he sees people. His room is in there. Of course, you've been staying upstairs all week,
We've been watching
so
Flash.
you know where Flash lives.
Yeah. Flash, what you gonna do?
Hey, Bubba, you want to go over to bed?
Yeah, that's contagious.
Yeah, isn't it?
Why do you keep looking at me stuff?
Come here, Flash. Want to go to bed?
God really loves us. I mean, all that. I mean,
Well,
something as minute as a ladybug,
Yeah.
beauty. I mean, he's just, if I could just halfway love like he loves. Just amazing.
Before we have to sit down to hold Zoe, do you think you'd like to walk around just for like a minute or two to get some of the antsiness out
Yeah.
before we have to sit down?
Yeah, okay.
You wanna walk a little bit deep?
Here you go. I'm gonna open this door for you, and then we'll get Flash in there, and then you guys can kind of get some of the jiggles out.
Yeah.
Cause I get them too. Everybody gets the jiggles.
All right.
And you guys can just kind of walk up and down here. Don't put your hands inside of anything, but you can walk right here. Okay.
He's going up.
I just I made that needs to-
Yeah.
Hey guys, so we're gonna be seeing Zoe here in just a minute. It may be a little bit shorter than normal, but what we do is, okay, we just cater to whoever's coming to their needs, okay? So if someone doesn't want to be on camera, we don't do that. But if someone needs a little bit of extra time or just a little bit of moment to make sure that they're centered, we want to focus on that experience for them. I'm gonna bring that blue chair out here because he's so tall.
Yeah, that's fine. Guys, if you've been seeing us for a while, we just got our new mural painted in here. That's a different thing than we've had in the past. Good morning, Zoe. Hey, baby girl. Little girl.
Guys, so we're gonna be getting started with Zoe here. And we're just changing the cameras just a little bit, and we're letting everybody get comfortable with what they want to do. All right, so we're getting ready to see baby Zoe, guys. John, I'm gonna go ahead and go out and get them. Is that okay with you, or how are you doing?
I think they'll come back when they're ready. Let me
Okay.
answer the first two questions that everybody has while we wait.
Okay.
So the main question that people are asking us on the lives again and again is, how can I do this? So how you can do this is you can go on, actually, you know what, I'm just gonna get all the way in depth and just show you exactly how to do it. I have my reading glasses here somewhere, because yes, I am that old. So if you go to our website, which is Coe Riverside Farm, you start from home. Go to our website, which is Coe Riverside Farm. It should look like that. And then on a computer, it would be going across. On a cell phone, it drops down like that. You would pick the heading that says Encounters. And then on whatever encounter, you would scroll down. And then when you say you wanted to click exactly what we're doing right here today, that would be Sloth Encounter. Then you would scroll down until you got to encounter. You would choose how many people you want, 1 or 2. And you would choose a date. You click on a day. And then if you want to do this part after the thing with Flash, which is hold the baby sloth, then you would do add VIP. You could pick 1 or 2. Then you pick a time and you say add to cart, and then you check out like any other website. So that's how it works. And if you are looking at TikTok and you're trying to find our website, which this was a question last week, how do I find you from your TikTok? If you're watching any video and you click on that, oh, I'm live, so I can't show it right now. But if you click on that, it goes to the page, and our web address is right smack in the middle of it, CoeRiversideFarm.com. So, anywho, if there was any questions as to how you go about booking it, that's it. And we are in Benton, Tennessee. We are north of Chattanooga, south of Knoxville. If you are flying here, which people fly here from all over the world and all over the country, so if you're flying here from internationally, you probably want to fly to Atlanta, airport code ATL. If you're flying here domestically, depends what airline you come on, you can fly either to Chattanooga, which is CHA, or you can fly to Atlanta, which is ATL. The two airports, Chattanooga Airport is about a 45-minute drive from here, and Atlanta is about 2 hours and 12 minutes plus traffic. So that is how you get here.
Good.
Alright, you wanna see if they're ready?
You guys ready to see that? So get that blue chair ready for him to sit in.
You wanna sit in the chair?
Alright, do you wanna see her first before you hold her, Eli? Would you like to hold this baby? Yeah? Okay. So how we do that is she's gonna go on her
Let me have
stuffed
your-
animal Snuggie. And then she's gonna come right over to you. And just remember, she likes everything to be slow. She likes it all to be slow. There you go, and then you can just pet her like that.
She's so adorable.
But she likes to only be petted slow and only this direction. So if you want to take your hand and just pet her like this very slowly. A lot of animals and a lot of people like things to be slow. And she really, really likes it to be slow. And she doesn't want you to go that way. She wants you to just pet her this way. Let's put your knees together a little bit there so she doesn't fall down. There we are. Let's just pick your hand up and then put her down now. Oh, there you go. Good job. You getting pictures?
And oh, good. I don't know how to do this. So
There you
I
go.
was born in 1943. I don't know that stuff.
There you go.
You're
Oh,
alright.
yeah,
You
take
don't.
the thing off.
Oh, he
You
has
gotta
it.
take the kiss.
There we go.
Rub
Good
it.
job, Eli.
What does
Eli,
that
why
feel
don't you
like?
give her a little piece of food right here? Would you like to give this to her? Just put it right by her mouth. Just give it to her right by her mouth. There we go. Good job. There you go.
Are her teeth sharp?
Yes.
Oh, good. It's all right, Edie.
There you go.
She's not gonna hurt you. She said, I'll bite your finger.
There you go. Smile, Eli.
Wow.
There you go. Good job. And then she's got her stuffy and she's eating. What does she feel like? Does she feel nice? Feel how soft she is? She likes
You keep
long,
going the
slow,
opposite direction.
just long and slow. That's what she likes. Doesn't she feel nice? You're doing a really good job.
Alright, did you want to be all done holding her or do you want to keep holding her?
You finished, Eve? You finished, Eve?
Yes.
Alright, did you like holding a sloth?
Good.
Alright, your
Good
turn.
job.
I need to take the hoop earrings out though. She could get her finger into your hoop earring.
Okay.
That was a good job,
There
man.
you go, Eli.
Oh, graciousness.
Oh, you could have sat in the other one.
Oh, yeah.
This is so tall.
There
Hey, baby.
There you go.
You're gonna go Gigi's hair.
There
Okay.
you go. And support her underneath the
Oh,
bottom.
oh, bless your heart.
Support her underneath. There you
Okay.
are.
Okay,
job.
bless your little
Slow
precious
like a
heart.
sloth.
Oh, please don't pee.
She only pees once in 10 days, and that was 3 days ago, so there's approximately a
Daddy's at
0% chance that she's gonna pee on you.
Okay, all right, you're cute. All righty.
It's a super convenient thing about them. They only go to the bathroom once in a week or 10 days.
Okay, Pop-Pop's at home, honey. Okay, Pop-Pop's at home. Oh, you scratch your face. Okay, you scratch your face. Oh, my-
Eli, do you want to walk with me in the barn while she holds? We can. Is that okay?
I think he likes to be near her.
Yeah, you can't separate this one from Gigi. Oh. Yeah, okay, sweetie,
Did
okay.
you want to sit here, Eli? Let me give you some little leaves that you could feed her.
Okay, out. Little claws in my shoulder.
Yeah, when she hears the noises sometimes,
Oh.
she
That's
hears.
scary.
Yeah.
It's all right, darling.
Are you okay?
It's all
There you go, Eli. You can feed her a leaf just like this, alright? Just put it to her mouth, like that. She's cleaning her face right now, isn't she?
Oh.
Yeah, she doesn't like the leaf right now. Oh, she wants Eli to give it to her.
Okay. You gonna give it to Edie? You give it to her? Where you going, precious? Where you going, Precious?
Good girl, baby.
Yes.
Wait for she.
Where? Yeah, see if she wants to. I'll give it to her. She says.
What's wrong? Maybe she doesn't want it right now.
Amen. Mm. Mm. Oh, sweetheart, no, I don't give kisses. No, 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 no kisses. Kisses on the lips. No kisses. You all right, Precious? Okay. So you're scratching your buns or you scratching me? What you looking for?
Hey, baby. What do you think of sloths, Eli?
He?
You like them?
Want to take one home?
Huh.
He gave me a look like, are you crazy?
Do you have a pet at home, Eli?
He's got, what's your dog's name?
0 and J.
0 and J.
Golden Retriever and a Sooner. Soon to be one thing as another. Scratching, that's my hand baby. Okay. I'm moving too fast. Okay, what she want?
I don't know what she wants. I think she
She
smells
wants-
your lotion.
Yeah, she wants, no.
Alright, I'll put her up.
Thank you, she's.
Alright, baby. Oh, come here. Good girl.
Okay.